Hey everyone, and welcome back to V Trading. We've got another exciting day in the world of cryptocurrency going on here. And I am going to close that. Yeah, so we're going to start with our weekend range and today's big move. So this actually started last night. So as we can see here, so this is okay. 7 o'clock. Perfect. So this is New York close. Actually, where is it? PM there. So I'm just going to put a break there. This is New York close on Friday, basically. So this is our weekend range that we're looking for. So usually on the weekends, we get consolidation. There's not usually any really massive moves on the weekends. As you can see here, Saturday, pretty much nothing happened all day. But if you follow my other videos, we do start to get what we call the psychological levels being built on a Sunday. And so they're basically, it's a range created by the market makers, and usually they do one of the following. They either move away or they reject and then go the opposite direction. So let's have a go here. So psychological high here at 84,241. This is on my MEXC chart. Make sure you check your levels on whichever exchange that you're using currently. So I use 3 different exchanges. So just make sure that you clarify those numbers for the exchange that you're using. And as you can see here, we had a breakout straight away. So this is not very common. You don't usually see such a big move on the weekends. When you see these sort of big moves, you would tend to think that they're manipulation moves that they're going to reject at some point. So this is actually, let's see, this is Sunday night. So this would be 20:30. So that's 6 a.m. on Sunday morning in New York. So this is like happening very, very early on a Sunday morning. We've got this really massive move here. And so we're currently, well, big move for Bitcoin, like not that much for a normal coin, but for Bitcoin, 3.5% move is a considerable move, especially before New York is even opened on Monday. So I'm on the 15-minute chart right now. And you can kind of see a lot of these manipulation candles. So we've broken through the psychological high and we've got these huge market maker pushes and then a lot of this manipulation here. We had another big push this morning. We've got more pushes up here. So this is a market maker move. They are pushing the market in a certain direction in order to accomplish something. They actually did this last week in this move here, which absolutely wrecked me. Because I was just like, I was trying to trade through here and I'm like, everything was so overbought. Everything was just crazy, crazy overbought. And I'm like, why is it not rejecting? Something's going on. And apparently there was some trader with a massive short on Bitcoin. And they were basically trying to liquidate this guy. And so it just kept pushing and kept pushing. And there was no rejection until you see right here, which is like basically the next day in Asia, it finally rejected. So this again is a massive move for Bitcoin. So this is like, yeah, look at that. That's like almost 8% move. I'm pretty sure he did get wrecked. But it also is a vector recovery area as well, because you can kind of see this yellow line here is a vector candle over here. So we did get a vector candle, like almost all recovery. And now we're back over on this side as well in that similar area. So are they just trying to reject him again? Did he not get his whole position liquidated? Are we going to go up a little bit further? Maybe. If we have a look though, we are hitting resistance level. So this is now the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, you can see we're going straight into the 800. So on my chart, the purpley one is a 50, the blue is a 200, and then the purple is the 800. So you can see that we've hit the 800 on the larger time frame. So this could be an area that we do get a pullback. So we're just kind of wait. I'm not getting any market maker candles quite yet on the larger time frames, but if you have it looked down, I am getting them on the smaller time frames. So we do have this little bit of area of vector recovery slightly above. Do we push up and then reject when London opens in 5 minutes? Maybe that's a possibility. There is also the possibility that we do get that continuation up. Again, when these are market maker moves, they're pushing and they're not making any normal sense. Like if we have a look, so we're very oversold here, overbought. So we've been overbought in this area since 3 p.m. Yes. So basically, for the past 24 hours, we've been in overbought territory. And so we are getting less push. But at this point, I'm not getting any, there's no divergence yet. So this is my MACD. There's no divergence yet on the MACD, so there is still definitely potential for it to push. We're making a higher high here. We could continue pushing. Again, no divergence. We're not getting points down the ADX, so there is the possibility that we just keep pushing. When market makers have more money than sense, then we can actually stay in the market for. We are very we're almost in the red level for the BBWP. So volatility is very high. We are not at max volatility. So again, possibility of that continuation to keep going. And in this area, you can push quite a lot, even when it is at max. So again, there is a very good chance that we're going to still see continuation here. But let's go down to the 15, and I'm going to do my Asia range box so we can have a little bit more of an idea of what's going on. So the first thing we do again, it is 1 a.m. London time GMT. So for me, it's 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So it's a 12-hour range. And there we go. So I've got that guy, and then I'm going to do my London range, which is from my time is 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. here. So I'll just double check those times for you guys on the GMT because I always forget. Let's just have a look. London, okay. So 1 a.m. GMT to 1 p.m. GMT, and then our London range is 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. in London. And now, typically when you see this pattern, a rejection of the Asia range, this could just be a rejection. And what we actually see, let's go down to a smaller time frame, is that we're having an M formation forming. So is this an M rejection? We would like to see a slightly lower high going down. And then we get this push down in London. There is a potential, seeing as we have this area of vector recovery here, and this is also last week's previous high, we get a push into this high and then a rejection. Or if they're going just crazy, they could just continue to keep pushing this up. We do have the ADR high sitting around 89,000. This area is also a vector candle recovery slight area here, you can see with the yellow shade. It's also the point. Where are we? Yeah, so it's actually the 0.382 fib retracement area as well. I believe, is that right? No, where? Yeah, there it is. So on the larger daily move, this is the 318 fib retracement area. So if we take this big move here, so this was the high in January, we take that full move there. This is the 382 area. It is also the 50 on the daily, and it is also the previous low from, again, in January. So confluences, you'd probably say that this is their target. This is where they're going to keep pushing to. Are they going to do it today, or we get a retracement first? We won't know until later. It's just gone 5 o'clock right now. But you can kind of see the confluences of this area. So this area here is kind of where I would be thinking that they're going to target, somewhere in here. Let's do that in green so I know. There's no vectors here though to recover. Let's have a look at our lower time frames. Not on that one. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So this is our vector recovery area. So I'm going to draw this in here. I'll do that in red. Okay, so we have all of these confluences coming down to, so I'm now on the hourly chart. We've got the 50 on the daily. We've got the fib retracement area here. We have the previous low. So there's many, many signs to say that this is going to be the target area of where they're going to keep pushing it through. But we may see a retracement here because we are hitting that hourly 800 area. So let's go down to our short times and have a look. How are we going? Let's see. Okay, so yeah, right up. At this angle there. Yeah. Okay, so we have our up area. Let's go. Well, that's still building. Let's have a look at last week. So I didn't end up trading the end of these days because it wasn't doing what I would have liked it to do because of this manipulation move. This was a very manipulated move. We do see a lot more of these down. So when the market moves, it does move quite a lot in opposite direction. And then Friday, I was away. So yeah, so I didn't actually trade for the rest of the week there after, nothing was working. It kept looking like it was rejecting and like we got a bunch of manipulation, but then it just kept pushing. So yeah, this would have been a really nice move if you were in the United States and got this W. So this is a really nice little, beautiful little W here. And then we just got this crazy push just up. If we actually go and have a look, I did say it could have gone both ways, but I was just waiting for that rejection because like I thought this was going to be an M, but what it really was is just a consolidation on the Asia range high, and then we got a push up. So this, if you were there, could have been, you can kind of see the manipulation candles there. This is actually a blue candle. So this would have been a nice entry if you'd caught that. And that is basically a push off the top of the Asia range. So if you caught that, well done. I was just like getting all caught up in this mess, and then I got this one, and I got stopped out, and all this manipulation here. No, can't do it anymore. And then she kept going like crazy. So that's Wednesday, and let's have a look at Thursday. So Thursday, let's draw our Asia range. So I'm going to do in London time. So I'm going to do, let's do this. This is the easiest way to do it too. Like if you've got the replay, if you've got TradingView. Yeah. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. There's our London. Yeah. So when London does this and it stays inside the Asia range, you know that there's going to be a big push or some sort of manipulation coming in New York. And so what we got here is we kept inside the range. We actually had a W formation. So this on this timing. So let's go back to. So yeah. So this is New York Open. Basically, this right here is New York Open. So we got this W formation, break of the low of Asia, and then we had a push-up rejection of the Asia high, and then a dump. You will see this a lot. That you will break both sides of the Asia range, and then you'll get a reversal. So this is where it can be very tricky to kind of trade, but yeah, again, very manipulation. Look at all the colored candles, like very, very manipulated move. They've pushed it down, they've put it back up, literally just broken that range and then dumped it. So if you were trading, there would have been lots of nice little trades there because they were moving it around quite a bit. So let's do play. And we'll have a look at Friday. Okay. Okay. So here we go again. I'm just going to take my line because it's already there. Cool. Blue. Okay. I'm going to get out of this and have a quick look at what we're doing. Okay. So we are getting a rejection here. So let's have a look. This could be our M formation. I'm going to go into with these formations, the timing is quite important. So what we would say is this is a 2-session M formation because we're going through the Asia session. Now we're going into the New York London session. So in general, if they're within over 2 separate sessions, they are a stronger formation. So, yeah, and so this I'm now on the 1-minute chart, and we are getting market maker candles. So I'm going to share this tab, have a look. Okay. So we're going to sell, and then when we're on Clio, we want to go just drag it up. I'm going to change my leverage to 50K. Okay, so now it tells me, so my stop loss is 83, and for my $50,000 position. Awesome. But we are getting a little bounce now, so what we might get, actually, I'm going to do it. It's only $100 stop loss, so let's do that. And then I gotta check my other accounts. Whoa, okay, okay. Wow. Okay. A lot of time when these big strong moves like that, they're fake out moves. Like this, we might get a bounce now. Hmm. Yeah. What are you gonna do, Bitcoin? Okay, just checking up on all my other stuff. Okay, Cleo, what are we doing? Okay, so let's go back to here. So this is the 1 minute chart. It's up a little bit. So as you can see, all we've done is we've just come back, bang straight into the 50 and bounced. So we could see as this is another consolidation, and then this is going to be our push up. It actually did a move similar to this the other day. So I'm going to see what we do on the 15. So 15 in 1 minute. And I might actually flip this to bullish because we are now getting this as a green candle. Again, like we said, we've got this area up here, got this area up here. Now back to the 1 minute. If this is a market maker push, like if we get a green candle here, I'm going to flip it. So when you see these moves, if they don't push on the first minute, it usually means that you're going to have more time. So we might actually come back and then there might be a better entry. So yeah, because we've had that, it didn't get that push straight away. I might just leave it. Now I've got my eyes on it and see what it does. It's not pushing, so I think we're going to have a chance to get a better entry if it is going to flip. So let's go back to over here. So again, this is our move on Friday. When you get a consolidation day, this is actually a really nice example of a consolidation day. So when you get a sideways move in Asia with less than 2% variance, so we're going to go from here to here, 0.78, less than 1%. So it's a very small consolidation day. What should we be looking for? We're looking for M's and W's. So straight away, you can see it. Clear as day. Market maker push, rejection, push, push, boom. This would have been a nice, not a huge trade. Again, because it's like only the one session, it's usually not a massive trade. Sorry, pushing now. But this moved down here. So ideally, when we're only trading Asia, we want to get out by the time New York opens. So if we got in here somewhere after this rejection, down to here, what's that? 1.5%. Done. 150% if you're like me, doing 100x leverage most of the time. In and out, 150% of whatever you're trading. Done. Do one of them every day, we'd be laughing. There would have been a second chance. Like looking at this consolidation, there might have been something on a smaller time frame, but this rejection here, most likely. So we've got the push down, we've got up here, and we have the rejection of the 50 and the VWAP. So this would have been maybe a little entry here, but this got stopped out here if you had a really tight stop loss like me. But this might have been another little really short entry there if you were trading that late. But that's a really actually good example of how the consolidation in Asia works and what to look for. So we've got going sideways, very clear M formation, boom, down, too easy. Okay. So I just got stopped out from my short. So let's go back. Let's have a look at what it's doing. I'm not keeping the short because I saw this move the other day. It did exactly the same thing. Just came through, took out this liquidity, and then it bounced. It kind of, because if you're trading, this is like a known pattern, is like the sweep of the Asia high. So if it's making it look like it's going to roll over, and then it rips it the other way. If we do get a confirmation and a breakdown, there will probably be another entry over here. yeah. Considering we're so close to the previous week high and all this liquidity up here. Yeah. But you never know. For this to be a real M, I would have loved that to keep going, not do that fake out move. But we do want to keep it above the 50. So what we're looking for now. Okay. The other thing always, of course, to watch is the timing. So I'm not getting any more manipulation candles on the 5, on the 15 yet. We have another 15-minute candle in 7 minutes. We have a 5-minute candle in 2 minutes. Again, this blue line is the Asia high. So are we going to just get our little reversal there? Okay. I'm actually just going to go get some water. I'll be right back. See. So we got 1 minute until, so 1 minute to the 5-minute candle. See how we go. So I'm going to set up back in Clio. So just to get ready, I've got my buy set 50,000. Going to put my stop loss. So even if I put my stop loss all the way down here, because I'm using such a small position, my risk is only $120, which is over here, if you have a look, 0.5. Okay, that's the 5-minute candle. I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute. Yeah, look at that. Okay, let's go. But I will move my stop loss to just under here. Again, what we would like to see this, actually, come back here. I'd really like to see this turn green and push through the 50. See how this didn't break the 50? That's not good. But again, it might be one of those days where London just chops around and goes sideways. We might not get the big move in London. We might wait until after London. Still got a long time to go. Okay. Figure out how to put some music on. See how loud that is. Let's have a look. Check over here. See, the problem with this is you can't tell the sound of the music. With this is you can't. Oops, I just realized I muted myself. On the 15, we're still above the 0 on the MACD. We haven't crossed yet here, so there could be that potential that we do get that push. Or what we could be doing is just coming down to find the support levels here. We've got some vector candles here. We've got 2 vector candles here to recover. We've got VWAP. We've got the support line, trend line, and then we also have the 50 down here. Yeah, I don't like this move. It's just all over the place. "30 seconds till the new candle." One second. Let's go down the 1 minute chart. So there's our manipulation candles. Yeah, look at that. Let's go. Like to see this push. We've got the stopping volume formation. So buy, stop loss here, USDT, 50,000. Let's see if we can get another. Could be waiting for the 45 as well. Let's have a look. Big push down, another candle up. Because we're right on that 50 on the 5 minute. Which is the 5 on the hourly. So usually when we see a push, we like to hold this yellow line. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this doesn't look strong. See, I don't like this candle. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, literally this is the same thing that happened the other day. It came down like this to look like it was going short, and then it just bounced straight away. But she not bouncing. God. 45 seconds to the next 5 minute candle. It's me again. I need more coffee. I've only had one today. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like how it's not pushing. I really need that. I need to see some intervention. Okay, this is looking better. Let's see if we can close above this 13. So again, this could just be we're just going to consolidate in London. Not seeing a lot of push, but we are breaking this 15. Let's see. So we've got 5 is the yellow, 15 is the orange, the 50, 200, and then there should be, yeah, there it is, 800 down there. Oh, excuse me, I can't stop yawning. mean, this is positive. This is positive. This is positive. This is positive. This is like, it's looking like a short term push. But oh my god, this guy, apologize because I stayed up way too late last night for a weeknight, for a Sunday. But we've got just over a minute to the 45 candles, so I might just wait to see what happens with the 45 candle. Because we may just be waiting for this. But it's also possible to come down again, collect these two candles, collect the liquidity here. We got view up here, we've got trend line here. We could be coming down here. This is looking better. Next, this is the new 15-minute candle. So if this closes positive, I might take this. Market maker candle. Let's see the push. Otherwise, if this rejects, this could be a rejection entry. Excuse me. Green candle. Push. When it turns green but then doesn't push, that's okay. Let's go. There we go. So this will be really strong if this pushes through this 50. So I've taken the long. Probably could put stop loss even here. You don't really want it to come back down when it's pushing like that. It needs to keep pushing. Otherwise, it's just going to keep consolidating. But if they've gone down enough here, they're inducing people to go short, which is why I went short the first time. This is making people go short. This is making people go short. But what they're actually doing is just fucking with everybody because they're trying to go long. So they're trying to make everybody think that you're going to go short, but they're actually going long. Okay. So now we've got 3 market maker candles pushing up. So tired. Come on, guys, let's go. right off that 50 put. So we basically were waiting for that 15-minute candle to close. We're already pretty much getting a bullish engulfing if this closes positive. But this is the Asia high range high. There's still lots of areas to push through before it's really or again, we're just gonna keep chopping away sideways. "20 seconds till a new 5-minute candle." Excuse me again. It's that area. Yeah, that's the other area. So from here, it's like 3-4% just to come and get the rest of that liquidity. Very doable. So, So again, this is the Asia high. We're just trying to chop through right now. It'd be great to see another push. Yeah, hi, Suraju, is that how you say it? Basically, if this is a fake out here, because they've done this big push down here, which then would have sent a lot of people short. Like I went short up here, but then it just bounced straight away, and then it's pushing short again, but it's not following through, and we're going straight into these moving averages here. And there's a whole lot of liquidity areas just really close to here. So this is my gold area up here. It's about 3-4% away. So this would be an area where we could see more of a bigger reversal. But a lot of the times, if we have really big move in Asia, London will just go sideways. So we could just be chopping sideways like this. I have gone long though, so you can see I'm on Clio. I wasn't sure what was going around down here. I probably should have taken it down here, and then my stop loss would have been way better. But I was just like, it's kind of chopping around. It didn't really push until a little bit further, so. 7 minutes till the 6 o'clock candle for me, which is, I'm going to do in London time again. Well, actually, let's do New York time. If anyone's in New York, UTC, this is 4 a.m. Yeah, probably not a lot of people in New York trading right now. Perfect. Okay. See, we're getting a nice push now. And again, this line here, this blue line is the Asia high of the day. So we found a little bit of consolidation around the Asia high, and now we're pushing through. This one you can see, yeah. These are my areas of interest. This is the previous week high right here. This is a vector candle to recover from on the 5-minute chart I am. And then we've got higher level time frame liquidity up here. Average daily range, so ADR high here. We have a red vector recovery from on a higher time frame, and this whole area here, it's just an area of interest. This area is actually a fib retracement on a daily. So this is my larger goal area, but we may just get in this time frame. We might just come up here, and if we continue to push through. This is the 5-minute chart. You can see we're just bouncing right off of the 50 like they did this morning. Had a big push, fake out up, bash down straight into the 50. Had a big push, have our fake out, and then finding support on the 50 for a push up, another push up. But I have a feeling that it's just going to kind of consolidate here now. It's just chopping around. Okay, 5 minutes till 6 o'clock, which is 8 a.m. in London. So let's have a look. One of my favorite websites to have a look at, if you're ever looking at all the different sessions all over the world, it's just market24hourclock.com. If you come in here, and you can kind of see all the different stock markets all over the world, and if they're open or closed right now. So we can see where I am right now. We've got Dubai, Tadawul, which I'm assuming is in India. That one, Mumbai, also India. Tadawul. Actually, does anyone know? I don't know where that is. So Singapore's still open, Hong Kong's still open, Joburg in South Africa's open, Moscow, obviously in Russia, and then at 1800, which is in 4 minutes, we will have London, Switzerland, and Germany all opening. So we usually will see some sort of move around them on the official London Open. And so, yeah, so it's just market 24-hour clock, and it's just free. If you ever want to see what's open, the best times to trade, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Let's have a look. Here. Let's have a look at our bigger time frames. So you can see this is the resistance line that we were looking at. But if we get this push down and then a push up, it's not really giving me any really clear signs. Like this to me looks like an M. But then we had those fake out moves, so that's why I'm really not sure. But for now, we're still good with the long. And 2 minutes, 1 minute and 36 seconds. You can see it's getting dark where I am, so it's almost 6 o'clock, but it's actually autumn now. But yeah, it's getting quite dark now these days. It used to be bright sun until like a few weeks ago. It would still be bright daylight this time. Okay, so we got 1 minute. 1 minute till London Open, officially. So in general, when you're looking at the markets for the session times, you look for about an hour before. So London officially opens now, but we've been looking there since an hour before. Same thing in the morning. We start looking at 1 a.m., but officially Asia opens an hour before that, and that's when Tokyo opens. So it's like an hour before. That's when you'd start looking for that Asia Open, and then you look at the hour before the London Open. See these fake out moves, big fake out, dump, support, boom. Let's go at 6 o'clock. What are we gonna do? So I'm on the 1 minute chart. So this line here is the 200. This line is the 50. It's looking pretty good. A lot of times when you see a strong move in a certain direction on the first candle of the hour, that will be a continuation move. So that's always a good sign when you get a strong candle in the direction that you're going. Got our green market maker candle through the 50, another good sign. And again, this is the Asia high. This blue line is the Asia high. So this could just basically be a bit of a consolidation before the continuation move. I'm going to be super cautious. So this is my trade. I'm going to move my stop loss up just in case it rolls over. So right now in this position, I'm only risking $25. So with my trading plan, my goal is to make $250 a day. So if I'm only risking $25 of $250, like it's a very small risk reward. It'd be a 1 to 10, right? So if I'm only risking $25 to make $250, that's a 1 to 10 risk to reward. But I had a really bad day last week. So if this does look like it's going to be a strong move, I'm actually just going to leave it and try and recoup some of those losses from last week. So you can kind of see I'm down $700. Getting these market maker candles, so the colored candles means they're starting to push. Let's go on a bigger time frame. Again, this would be my first area of interest to take some profits, but this is the bigger one. So if I can leave this for the whole way up, like even to the ADR, which Bitcoin has been hitting quite recently a lot, 2%. So it's what have I got? So I've got $50,000 position at 10x, which means it's $5,000. 2% of $5,000 is $1,000. Is that right? My math right? $5,000. I'm so tired, my brain is just like not working. So I got a $5,000 position. It's a $50,000 position times 2%. Yeah, it's $1,000. I was right. Which would be nice, which would get me back to where I was last week. So I'm doing the $25,000 challenge, which means I need to make $2,500 in 10 days. And I was doing really good last week. I had 3 really great days, and then I had 1 bad day. And basically have to start again. But you've got 10 days to do it, so you've got plenty of time, and that's why I try not to do massive positions, and I don't trade shitcoins when you're trying to win or pass a challenge. You've got Bitcoin at this, well, right now it's moving enough that you can definitely make enough money. Like I've already made $100. If I'm only making $250 a day, like I'm already halfway there in just this one move. So a lot of people will fail a lot of their accounts because their positions are too big. They're using too much leverage. They're trading too many different coins, trading too many volatile coins, which is all well and good. Like I do a lot of that stuff in my personal account, which is fine because that's my money. But if you're trading with other people's money, you really have to redefine the rules and maybe make yourself a little bit more conservative in the way that you trade. I had to really change a lot about the way that I trade, being a scalper, coming from scalping. And that's what I do in my Mexi account because the fees are like crazy low. Can't really do it in Bybit or with Clio because the fees are too high. So it's definitely changing my style from day trading and like scalping to being more of a like intraday. It's not really swings. I don't really hold it overnight or anything, but maybe a few hours as opposed to a few minutes or like, you know, an hour or so when I'm scalping. Okay. Let's have a look at our candles. This is looking like a continuation move for me. I got my this one. So we have a look. Still not quite there yet. You really want to start seeing it move up here and make these highs and get some more colored candles coming. This is our hour. We're finding support. This is our 5 moving average on the hour chart. Holding that's also very good for a continuation move up. But again, we've got this 800 sitting right here. Yeah, 200. So this is gonna be tough to get through. Yeah. 15. 5. Okay, let's go. Trade's looking good. So if we look here, push here, green candles. I think this is going to be the push. Again, first area of interest here, which is the previous week's high, but this is our main area that we're interested in, which is like up further. This area, where all of these areas kind of cross over. If we can make it through here. Okay, well, that's, I think, it for today. We've got our trade in. I might even move my stop loss all the way to break even. If it looks like we start to get rejection around here and we can't push through this high, then I might start looking for a short entry. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. And yeah, any questions, of course, come follow me on Twitter, VTrading, same thing. Yeah, and I will see you next time.